You're a 5'9" in here. I just turned on the live stream, and doing well. We got a pretty big storm 2 nights ago. We got about a foot of snow out there. Cleaned it all up yesterday, and it's real chilly here. It's about 10 degrees out. Over.
Yeah, roger that. We haven't got any snow to speak of yet this year, but it is pretty chilly. It was 9 degrees yesterday morning, and it's about 14 here this morning. But no snow, just a little dusty. You can see some of the corner of the deck, but that's about it, Roger.
Oh, yeah, well, that's too cold to snow. It's always got to warm up to like 34, 35 degrees. That's the perfect temperature there to get dumped on. Hope you and your family had a great New Year's. We were off for the whole, we were off of work from Christmas Eve until January 3rd. Then we had a snow day yesterday, so just trying to get the year started here. Over.
Yeah, roger that. We did have a good Christmas. We got to see our youngest daughter and the grandkids, and that's always good. We don't get to see them as much as we'd like, and that may even get longer here pretty soon. My son-in-law is talking about getting his doctorate over in the UK for theology, so we might be making some long road trips, Roger.
Oh, yeah. Just a hop, skip, and a jump over the Atlantic Ocean. Well, that's stuff that I think about often. You know, the children grow up and then they have to have their own lives, and sometimes that means being far away. Over.
Yeah, roger that, roger that. We got our youngest looks like he's going to be moving back in with us for a couple months till he heads down to Tucson to be with his two older siblings. I got oldest girl and the oldest boy are down in Tucson. Youngest girl and her family are in St. Louis right now, and then Matthew, my youngest, looks like he's going to be moving from Illinois here to Indiana for a couple months, and then on down to Tucson, Roger.
Oh, so you got them all over the country. Well, that's good. That's good. We're looking to make a move here. Get out of New York. We're looking to go south. Not too south, maybe the Carolinas, but that's the end game here. My children are still young enough. They're in 3rd and 2nd grade, where a relocation would not completely uproot them out of their lives. So, yeah, the goal's in the next year to make that move. It's going to be a big move. We've moved out of state before, my wife and I, but we didn't have children then. And then we moved back. Now we've got children and a lot more pets and a lot of stuff to move. So if and when that does happen, it will be a pretty big one. Over.
Yep, roger that, roger that. Been there, done that. Yeah, I can't blame you for wanting to get out of New York just like I wanted to get out of Illinois. Yeah, and then yesterday was my wife's last day at her current job, and she starts her new one in a couple weeks and won't be doing as much driving. It'll be a 15-minute ride back and forth to work, Roger.
That's great. That's great. That's what I have now. My business is in the town that I grew up in, actually, which is just 15 minutes down the road. And what I would do is we'd live outside of a major city. So if it was South Carolina, we were looking at Greer, South Carolina. That's outside of Greenville. And I would just pop open another office there. My business partner would stay here, and we'd be in another state. Most of our clients are all over the country anyway, so it really doesn't matter, but it's nice to have a physical location. Because if I had to work out of the house, nothing would get done. I'd be on this thing all day. Over.
Yeah, roger that, roger that. I'm retired, so I don't have to worry about that anymore, Roger.
The promised land, Scott. The end zone. Well, no, you scored the touchdown. I'm not. I'm back on the 1 yard line, but on the other side of the field. Over.
No, you got to be closer to the 50 by now, Roger.
Yeah, I'm close to the 50. That's right. I'm 41, so I'm halfway there.
Roger that. Well, you have a blessed New Year, sir, and When I hear you broadcasting, I'll answer your call. This is K6SJO. Back to you, KB2UKA.
All right, Scott, real pleasure speaking with you. Thanks for answering me. Take a listen on the YouTube page. I turned it on when we first started talking. I'm running some new software. So what you know that I always process the transmit stuff through a digital audio workstation. I'm running the receive through a digital audio workstation now, and I'm processing the audio through a machine learning piece of software that corrects the noise in the signal. You'll see that on the screen and how quiet you sound. By the way, what was my signal report?
Oh, sorry about that. You're hitting 10 over here this morning.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, Scott. Well, enjoy the weekend. I'm sure we'll speak soon. Kilo 6, Sugar Juliet Oscar from KB2UKA 73. All right, if anyone else has a copy on me, this is KB2UKA, standing by and listening. Okay, Victor Alpha 2, Foxtrot Charlie Hotel. QSL?
Yes, that's right, sir. You gave me 9 over 20. Beautiful signal this morning in Saint-Antoine in the Quebec, USA.
QSL, Fred. QSL. My name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf. I'm located on Long Island, New York. I'm about 50 miles east of New York City, right on the Long Island Sound, about a half a mile from the water. I've got you about 5x6 this morning. QSL?
Very good, very good. I'm running G90. It's a kind of company, G. I have only presently 50.
QSL. I'm running a Sunsdr2 DX, about 1200 watts, into a 43-foot ground-mounted vertical, and then I'm doing a little bit of audio processing here. Over.
QSL, beautiful. I have the antenna. I have a very good tune that.
What's up, Gary? 40 meters is very long. Are you on the radio? Do you copy me by any chance? All right, Fred. Well, thank you for answering the CQ call. I hope you have a fantastic day and a beautiful weekend. Thank you for the first QSO. Victor Alpha 2, Foxtrot Charlie Hotel from KB2UKA 73.
73, my friend. Have a good day.
Bill, yes. Probably when I get back from guitar lessons with Carter. This is KB2UKA, Long Island, New York. Any station, anywhere, standing by and listening.
Whiskey 9, Romeo Zulu X-ray.
Nice signal. Romeo Zulu X-ray. Whiskey 9, Romeo Zulu X-ray. Jeff in Illinois. Good to speak with you again, Jeff. Third contact for us. Last one was in November. Name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, Long Island. I'll give you a signal report next transmission. How are you copying me? Over.
I had to get my screen back up here. I didn't have my screen up, so I have to give you a signal report next go around. But like always, sounding beautiful.
Oh, yeah, you as well. 5.9, nice transmit bandwidth, nice audio. Yeah, so hope you had a great start to the new year. We've had a cold one up here. It's about 10 degrees now. And we've got about almost a foot of snow. We had our first storm 2 nights ago. We did the dig out yesterday. Kids had no school. and playing a little radio this morning. I got to get out of here at 8 a.m. Eastern and hop in the shower and take my son for his first guitar lesson. Santa brought him an electric guitar. Now it's time to learn how to use it. Over.
Oh, that's a great thing. Boy, I suppose that's better than drums. But yeah, I also play guitar. Played in a band for several years. Played bass and guitar. Yeah, it's great. That's a good deal. Hopefully you enjoy that. You're 5'9" plus 10 here to northwestern Illinois, Doug. Go ahead.
All right, Roger. Roger. Yeah, I'm a piano player. Took lessons from 4 years old till about 16. My daughter's a singer. Well, I'm a singer too. That's what I went to school for, but I ended up becoming a financial advisor right out of school. I needed a paycheck, Jeff. Sounding good. What radio are you running again? I don't remember.
The same one you are, actually.
Ah, no wonder it sounds so good.
I'm actually running one of those M1 Yaesu microphones straight into the radio, no processing except what's on the radio.
All right, cool. Yeah. I just like processing everything outboard, but outboard software, but you can pretty much do the exact same thing in V2 or V3. We're trying to get them to allow V3 to accept VST audio plugins. If they can code the software to basically do what my digital audio workstation is, where I have a bunch of plugins in line, man, oh man, that would be great. I have no latency, but a lot of guys get latency when they do it the way I'm doing it. But if you could keep it all contained in the SDR software and process the audio however you want, they'd be the first company to ever do that. Over. Yeah, Roger. Well, that's what I do. My condenser mic runs into a Focusrite USB audio interface. Then the audio goes into Logic Pro, and I process it there. Then Logic Pro pushes it into the Expert's SDR software. And what I've done recently is now I have the receive audio going into Pro Tools, and I'm processing the receive audio now to quiet it down. So a whole lot of stuff working together. Over.
You mentioned the one thing I don't like about SDR. It doesn't have any monaural extensions. Use the phone.
The QSB's starting to get you. The band's starting to change. I'm losing you a little bit, Jeff. I think you said, was it a speaker out? Is that what you said? Over?
Yeah, I say I wish it had a extension speaker out on the rear of the radio so you didn't have to use the phone output on the front.
Yeah, I agree, because when I was trying to get the receive into the DAW, I ended up doing it all virtually, but I tried coming out of the headphone jack into the audio interface, and it's not, I don't think it's a true TRS out. It's not fully balanced. But yeah, if they had a balanced input and a balanced output on the back of the rig, I agree. That'd be a great thing.
Oh, so you're using a virtual audio cable for your sound output?
Oh yeah, I switched to a Mac, I don't know, 3-4 months ago. So Mac makes it very, very easy. There's a piece of software called Loopback. So loopback allows me to make as pretty much as many virtual devices for audio as I want. So I have one virtual device that is for the transmit DAW. I have another virtual device that I use for speaker output. Then I have another virtual device that just picks up the receive, and then that's what I use the DAW for to the second DAW, Pro Tools, to pick up the receive audio, and then I can process it. Then I have another virtual device, which is that output. So it makes it very, very easy. There's no driver conflicts. There's no Windows hijacking the virtual devices. So yeah, there is no physical connection to the radio at all for the microphone or for the output. Over?
Yeah. I'm doing it a similar way here. I've actually run into a power line. I'm using for the USB interface, I'm using the Yamaha AG03. It's a little mixer. And that has a loopback function on it. That uses the ASIO audio or codec driver, whatever you want to call it, the Yamaha Steinberg USB. And that's how I'm using the in and out of mine.
Oh, well, that's pretty much the same thing. Absolutely. I think my audio interface is a Focusrite Scarlett, what is it? 6IA. So it's got a lot of outputs, which I really didn't need. But the reason I got it is you can power it off the USB power, or you could plug it in. A lot of them you can't plug in, but when you plug it in, you get a true 48 volt for the phantom power. So I've got it plugged in so it can really run the condenser mic that I'm using. But yeah, man, it's a lot of fun. It's fun to play around with this stuff. Audio is, I think, my little niche of the hobby. It's what I like to do. Some guys do digital, some guys do antenna building. I like to play around with the audio stuff. Over?
I started doing that years ago, actually. I was plugging stuff into radios years ago, trying to make it.
What's up, Scott? Thank you.
This microphone actually has a condenser mic and a dynamic mic in it. I can switch it to either or both at the same time.
What's up, Bill?
Right now I'm running both of them at the same time right now. Yeah. The Yamaha mixer has power too. Yeah, it's neat. All that stuff.
You know what? That's a good idea. That'll give me something else to play with. I should get myself a dynamic mic. And I had a PR781 that I raffled off on the YouTube channel. But since I've been doing all this ESSB stuff, I've been using the condenser. But when I get bored, maybe I should pick myself up a nice dynamic, plug it into the other input, and give it a shot. Later, Bill. I'll catch you later, brother.
You can mix them both together and mount them on your boom together. Get one of those dual microphone mounts and play around with that.
Oh, no. That's giving me a lot of ideas, Jeff. Too many ideas. Over?
Ain't that what amateur radio is all about? Playing around with the gadgets?
You're 100% correct. That's all it's about. That's all it's about. When something works way too long, too many days in a row, it's time to change it so it doesn't work. That's usually what I do.
Yeah, you fix it, or if it ain't broke, fix it till it is.
100%. What are you still on V2 or are you running V3 for the Sun?
I'm running V2 too. I've got V3 here on my computer, but I'm running the version 2 right now.
Yeah, I'm in the test group for V3, so I get it. I get it about a month before they release the updates on the website. But this is the most recent one. The one I'm running now is the one that you could download. Rumor has it version 12, so V3 0.12, because right now they're on .11. 0.12, which will be the first beta version It will no longer be an alpha when 12 comes out. I think that's right around the corner. That should be released any week now.
What are they thinking for a final on that?
What are they thinking on a final completion?
Yeah.
This year. I think they hedged themselves and said by the end of the year. But I think it'll probably be by mid-year. And then if you don't know, you might know, we're getting pre-distortion or pure signal. So the hardware can support pure signal or a version of it. Once they finish V3, it'll have the pure signal feature in it, and then we'll get a firmware update that will activate it in the device. Over? Yes, I don't know, but similar to the Anon, I would think so. There'll be like an external attenuator that connects between the rig and the amplifier. Over?
Oh, very good. Yeah, this Elecraft KP1500 has that input on it.
Oh, really? Look at the guy on 210. Let's just splatter over.
That's typical amateur radio.
Yep. Well, if they're not on my frequency, they won't notice.
It must be on your end because I'm not hearing them. I don't even see them on the band scope.
Well, they stopped. Maybe they saw. But I think 40's still long. It's not short yet at all. All right, Jeff. Well, this was a quick one for me. I got to hop in the shower. I got to get this kid to his first lesson at 9:30. We got to leave here at 9. It's almost 8 o'clock. So I'll say 73 to you. Good to speak with you today. Sounding great. Whiskey 9, Radio Zulu X-Ray. Jeff in Coletta, Illinois. From KB2UKA. I will be clear on your final, sir. I'll be back on the radio later. 73.
Oh, very good, Doug. Yeah, sounding great like always. Keep experimenting. That's what it's all about. KB2UKA from W9RZX.
All right, take care. This is KB2UKA QRT. All right, guys. Got to take the boy to his first guitar lesson. I'll be on later. Gary, I don't know if you were copying me, if you're still there. I think we're too close. 40's too stretched out right now. All right, guys. Take care. Later.